This is a Jaguar F-Type. It's a two-seater sports car and it's very pretty. Its name comes from a long line of impressive motor cars, the C-Type Racer, D-Type Le Mans Monster and the E-Type Road Car, each outstanding in their field, all powered by large, noisy engines.
You'd expect then the F-Type comes with an engine the size of the moon, and in the SVR model it does. That gets a 5-litre supercharged V8, a big silly wing and a 200-mile-an-hour top speed, but that is not this. This is the new entry-level F-Type, and it makes do with 2 litres, 4 cylinders and a turbocharger, and that's not much.
It isn't that much at all, only slightly above the 2008 average UK engine size of 1.8 litres. And what kind of power is the dinky 2.0 kicking out? 296 brake horsepower and 295 pound-foot. 0 to 62 takes 5.7 seconds and it'll pull all the way up to 155 miles an hour, which is pretty brisk for a 2-litre motor. Most impressive and a great sign of just how far engine technology has come over the last few years. But here's the thing, Jag isn't anywhere near the first to extract nearly 300 horsepower out of 2 litres. Porsche has been doing it for a while with the 718 Cayman, but the question here is why? Why are manufacturers removing cylinders and putting blowers on motors? Well, why not? Efficiency and performance are decent enough reasons in themselves. Downsizing and turbocharging ups MPG figures and the amount of torque an engine can throw out, which means you, theoretically, get more for less. Let's compare this 2-litre F-Type with the next model up, a 340 horsepower 3-litre supercharged V6. The V6 will do 0 to 62 in 5.3 seconds, 0.4 of a second quicker than the 2-litre. Its top speed is 161 miles an hour. That's 6 miles an hour faster than this one. But then you look at fuel consumption. The V6 gets through 33.6 miles per gallon, whereas this a little over 39 mpg. Is that slight performance boost worth the extra fuel? The sensible person would likely argue no, the difference isn't worth it. As well as the fuel, the initial price difference is a few grand as well. However, this is a sports car and you need to take a couple of things into account. One, the whole head-heart thing skews hugely towards the heart. And two, because of that, you want to have all of your senses, bar taste, toyed with. And there's something a Turbo 4 can't often do right. Noise. That is the sound of 4 cylinders of fury, and it sounds okay. Really? Not the best in the world, not the worst in the world. You can set it to angry mode and it'll do the pops and bangs and fizzes that we've come to know and love from an F-Type, but it's not going to set millions of people's hearts aflutter with delight. But we can all agree that it sounds a damn sight better than Porsche's 718 Cayman. So what else does the baby F get, or should that be not get? There's no manual option here, nor can you have adaptive dampers. You also save over 50 kilos compared to the V6 model, and that'll do wonders for your acceleration and your MPG. There's also a single centrally mounted exhaust at the rear. Our dynamic cars get bigger wheels, some natty badges and a few other trim bits. Rumour has it though that the standard 18-inch wheels are the best ones for the job. There are other advantages to this whole downsizing thing. Yeah, they have the whole doing more with less, but you've also got less to do more with. There's less weight in this car, and most of that is lost from the nose, and you immediately notice that. It feels keener on turning, it feels more balanced, it just feels better, like a purer sports car. Weirdly, it feels like a kind of grown-up Toyota GT86, sort of. The whole downsizing movement has been going on a while now. I mean, Ferrari's done it, Audi's doing it too, as is everyone else. Jag's really playing catch-up with the crowd, and the advantages are clear. No matter what you think of the Diddy F-Type's drive, it has a problem. And its problem isn't from Porsche, or Audi, or BMW, or Mercedes. It's from the likes of Volkswagen, Ford, and Honda. You see, while it has a tiny engine, it's still a Jaguar, which means it's expensive, around £50,000 expensive. And were you to, say, plump for a VW Golf R, you'd get slightly more power, all-wheel drive, a sub 5-second 0 to 62 time, 5 usable seats, and a boot suitable for more than a couple of squishy bags, all for a shade over £31,000. Nearly 20 grand less than the Jag. The important thing to remember if you are playing the whole downsizing game is that the tech you're using to make your expensive cars do more with less is that others are using very similar tech to make their base level cars go very quickly indeed, and you can end up meeting somewhere in the middle like Jaguar and VW seemingly has. And if that happens, well, you could find yourself wanting, or do you? Because yeah, the hot hatch is cheaper and it's faster and it's more practical and all that, but it's also a Golf. A box on wheels with a clinical interior, a sense of banal competency that most love yet others revile. The Jag's a silly sports car, the purchase your heart makes while your head busily does maths to justify it. Yeah, the Golf may be a better idea on paper, but paperwork's boring. What Jag's done with the 2-litre F-Type is pretty impressive because it's managed to retain the very essence of F-Type. You've still got the look, you've still got the feel. You have a slightly lighter but still very recognisably Jag drive. Yeah, the noise isn't going to be to everyone's tastes, but still, Jag's proven that downsizing isn't necessarily a bad thing.